Hello, Mark Johnson here, age 65. And I give my age because I want you to know you can be fit into your 60s. And I try to demonstrate that by taking on physical challenges that most people half my age can't do. Well, I just finished a challenge that isn't so much physical as much as it is mental and spiritual. And that is, I just finished a 7-day fast. Now, when I use the word fast, I mean 0 calories. Some people will go on a fast and drink juice or eat certain things, and that's fine. But on this 7-day fast, I did not eat anything. I didn't even take vitamins or any kind of supplements. All I did was drink any beverages that were calorie-free. So instead of a 1-minute video, I thought I would do a longer video giving you some reflections on a 7-day fast. Now, I began at 184 pounds. That was more than I normally weigh, but within about a 6-week period, we had my wife's birthday, our anniversary, my birthday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and we had a week of vacation. So I ate more than I usually did. Now, the purpose of this fast was severalfold. There was a spiritual component to it, which I won't talk about much, but I wanted to detox from those several weeks of eating less clean than I normally do. And of course, I did want to take off those few pounds I put on. And by the way, started at 184, lost another pound, so I ended at 170, so 14 pounds. Now, I realize that's not all fat, and I want to explain that a little bit. When you begin to fast, the first day or two, you lose a lot of weight because whatever you ate last, you're getting rid of that weight, and then you tend to dehydrate a little bit. And if you think about it, if there's 3,500 calories in a pound, and let's say that you burn off 2,000 calories a day, I'm just going to round figures off, you're basically only losing about a half a pound of fat a day. So that's about how much is likely to be actually fat. Now, usually on fasting, the first 2 to 3 days is the most difficult. And what I have found is the cleaner you normally eat, the better you will feel on the fast. And a lot of people, they eat a whole big meal before fasting, and that's okay, but it will make fasting harder. But if you're used to like a lot of sugar and that kind of thing, the fasting will probably be harder. The more you fast, the easier it gets. I don't think it's ever really easy or enjoyable. But it does get a little bit easier. After about the 3rd day, I got into what I'll call a fasting zone. And at that point, you're not really hungry. And I'm not really thinking about food a lot. Now, my wife was gone all that week. And so I wasn't around food that much. But once I get in a zone where I've chosen to fast, doesn't really matter if I'm around food. I'm not tempted to break my fast. So from day 4 on, I was in this zone where you feel stable, feel pretty good, at times even a fair amount of energy, but there's also times where, like if I get up too fast from laying down or seated, where I might get a little bit dizzy because my blood pressure drops lower than normal. Now, I started the fast, I don't know when you're seeing all this, but I started my fast January 1, 2024, and went through January 7, 2024. So Monday was my first day. So on Monday, I did an early morning resistance training workout, so that went fine. But there's a couple other challenges I'm doing simultaneously. One of them is a push-up challenge, and I did that Friday, so that was day 5 into the fast, and I was shooting for 62, and I think I made 60 or 61. So actually, I thought that was pretty good for having not eaten for like 5 days. So once I have several days of eating again. I'm going to go back to that and see if I can do that. Normally I do 2 resistance trainings a week, and I thought about a second training, but just making it easier. But I decided not to because I'm thinking, well, I would be taxing muscles which need protein to rebuild, and I'm not taking in any protein. So I thought it would be better not to do any kind of workout. I also did a sauna every day, except the last day. And I started at 20 minutes, added 2 minutes a day. So I did 30 minutes because I felt that would be a good part of the detox. Fasting is a good way to kind of step back and rethink areas of life, not just diet and exercise, but other areas as well. And so while I was fasting, I was, thinking about once I go off the fast. And when I go off the fast, I'm not gonna, fill my face here. In fact, usually it's wiser to ease into it, start with foods that, are easier to digest. I typically don't have any issues, but it's not good to, for example, start with a steak or something like that. So you just want to use wisdom and get to know your body. But what I'm going to clean up when I start eating again, which will be soon now, I want to get back to my intermittent fasting. I usually eat between the hours of 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. and I haven't been as strict on that. So want to get a little more strict on that. Want to sauna 2, 3, 4 days a week. I haven't been doing that. I have been consistent with my workouts. The other thing, for a while I've been eating popcorn almost every night, and so I need to cut back on that and limit that maybe to every other day, and again earlier in the evening, so I'm done eating by 7. I don't know if you're a person of faith or not, and if you're not, that's up to you. But I wanted to read something actually about fasting, actually from the Bible. And again, if you're not a spiritual person, that's up to you. But this is from Isaiah 58, and verse 6 says, "Is not this the fast that I've chosen?" And so this instructs the people being addressed on how to do a fast. And then it goes into the benefits of fasting. And I just want to read this little phrase. It's in the middle of verse 8. It says, "Your health shall spring forth speedily." And one of the things about our world in which we live is we are continually exposed to so many kinds of toxins. And so I believe an occasional extended fast helps us rid our bodies of a lot of these toxins. And I believe that verse, that fasting causes us, our health, to spring forth speedily. And of course, many medical doctors, whether believers or not believers in terms of their faith, have confirmed that same thing. Once you start eating after a fast, you do gain some weight back, but it's not fat. It's replenishing your liquids because you tend to dehydrate yourself. But a key again is just not trying to make up for lost time, but start eating from there on how you want to eat as a pattern moving forward. Well, I hope you find something there helpful. And here is to your health, both physically, especially spiritually. I hope you are a subscriber. And if not, I'd encourage you to subscribe. Maybe pass this on to some of your contacts that might be helpful. And let's work together at improving our health physically, spiritually. Bye now.